Hey, Earth Science students. Quick review of the Big Bang Theory. I want to remind everybody that the big difference between the Big Bang Theory and the actual theory that is around now in astronomy is that the original Big Bang Theory was that the universe formed 13.8 billion years ago. Remember, 4.6 billion years ago is how old the Earth is. So 13.8 billion years ago, the entire universe just exploded into existence. And since then, it's become a much different Big Bang theory. It's more of a Big Bang inflationary model, and that in an instant, all the energy and matter formed in an infinitely tiny little spot. And that spot grew rapidly to the size of maybe a golf ball or a baseball. And it was extremely, extremely hot and bright, hotter and brighter than anything you could ever imagine. And all of the energy and all of that matter in a tiny little spot. If you can imagine all of the stars and the entire universe and all the matter that we have in our universe, all crushed down into that little tiny baseball size or softball size at this point, maybe. How hot that would have to be for all that stuff to be bouncing off each other with all that friction. And then relatively quickly. I don't know the exact numbers. There used to be a video on it, and I haven't been able to find it in a long time, where somebody actually sat down and crunched all the times in like nanoseconds, milliseconds, a minute maybe, and then it exploded outwards. That's the inflation. The entire fist-sized universe just rapidly expanded outwards, and as it expanded, it starts to cool, and we get these pockets of matter cooling and form what will become galaxies. And those galaxies will become a set of stars, and then those stars will collapse down and form planets, right? As a nebula collapses, the gas at the center makes the star, and then around it is where we get our planets forming. The heavier elements that are created forming our planets. So it's the Big Bang inflationary model. It's an explosion, but it's not that huge explosion you think of. And then it blows up like a balloon going outwards. Interestingly enough, there's two theories to what's going to happen at the end of that universe. Is it going to start collapsing back down? Or is this going to keep spreading and spreading and spreading, and eventually we'll be so far apart that things will just kind of wither and cool and die? And it's both theories that have traction in two directions. Some people really believe that it's just going to keep expanding, and it's just going to eventually we're just going to die. Everything's going to die off, and others believe that it's going to contract, and in a real crazy theory, it contracts, collapses down, and then reforms another universe when it expands back out. It blows back out. No one knows. You would have to do some research. It might be a fun thing for you to learn more about if you want to research the Big Bang Theory, creation of the universe, or if you want to research the end of the universe. What we do know is that our sun is roughly halfway through its life cycle as a main sequence star. So in roughly 4 or 5 billion years, it will expand in a supernova into a red giant. And then that'll probably destroy the Earth at that time. So unless you're around in 5 billion years, though, it doesn't really affect us. So just double check on the times for the sun. I believe it is about 5 billion years. We're expecting it to turn into a red giant. So have a great day.